Hello, and welcome back to the second module of our course. In this lesson, we go over a basic overview of Illustrator, where we will work with artboards, layers, and shapes in preparation for animating in After Effects. Let's get started. Working with multiple artboards in Adobe Illustrator. Now, before we can start looking at the advantages of using multiple artboards, we first need to know how to work with them inside of Illustrator. There are three ways to edit artboards in our file. The first method is by using the Document Setup button located on the top navigation bar. This will open a panel where we can access the artboard settings by selecting the Edit Artboards button. This is a good option, but it takes the most amount of steps. The second way is by clicking on the Artboard tool on our left side menu. This will automatically open the artboard editing mode. And finally, the method we recommend is using the hotkey version. This requires us to press Shift+O on our keyboard, automatically enabling the artboard editing mode. You'll be able to see that you are on Artboard Edit by looking at the interface of Illustrator. The top navigation bar should change, and you will be able to see the name of the artboards as well as the artboard selected. Let's quickly go over the options we'll most commonly use on the top navigation bar. The first two icons are used to change the orientation of the selected artboard. The plus sign will add a new artboard after the last artboard in the same row as our current selection. The trash bin will erase the selected artboard. The name field is one that will be quite important when we export our artboards, as it is part of the name of the exported file. So keep that in mind when naming your artboards. In this case, we will name each artboard Scene and the number of the artboard. This way, when we export our artboards, we have a clear way of knowing which scene goes after the other. Then we have the Move Copy Artwork button. This button is used when duplicating an artboard. To duplicate an artboard, you need to click on it and drag it to your desired position while pressing the Alt key. When this option is selected, the content on the artboard will also be duplicated to the new one. If the option is turned off, we can duplicate an artboard without its content. Remember, we can duplicate more than one artboard by selecting others and pressing the Shift key. Once we have them selected, we can drag and Alt key all of them at the same time. Finally, we have the Rearrange All button. This button allows us to create more space between artboards or neatly arrange new artboards. If you click on this option, a new panel will appear with all the necessary options you might need to arrange them. In this case, I want my layout to go from left to right over 2 rows. I'm going to leave the number of columns to 4, and I'll keep the default spacing to 120 so that the artboards are further apart. Then I click OK. One thing that is important to remember when duplicating artboards or adding new ones is that they will be created last in the hierarchy of artboards. This means that even if you rearrange them, they will still follow this number hierarchy based on the order that they were created. What this means is that if you export a PDF file, the order of the artboards is going to be based on the order that they were created, not the order that you have them on your screen. If you want to rearrange the order of your artboards, go to Window and click on Artboards. This will bring up a panel where you can change the order in which the program orders them. You can also rename your artboards here. Now that we know how to work with artboards, we can move on to what makes them special when working with After Effects for animation projects.